Hey guys, it's Rob Hanley here, and I'm coming back from the gym. So I'm just trying to knock things out here. If I don't shoot a video or something like that, it procrastinates and it just doesn't get done. So I thought I would do one really quickly here, just on the way home, on the drive home. And this is Monday, what's today, the 9th. And even as I'm at the gym and I hear, in my opinion, my strong and unbiased opinion, all of this nonsense about the coronavirus, the bad cold virus, the nothing virus. And I live in Washington State here, where the most people have been killed by this. Actually, 16 people, of which were all 16 out of 19 all at a nursing home. I feel very, very bad. My mother was at a nursing home until she passed away this past August. So I'd be really scared if I was in that situation in a nursing home in Seattle, but it's not. The markets are, down a massive amount, and the thing that we need to fear is all of this hysteria about this stupid virus and people not going to work. And I mean, they're talking about doing it's just so retarded. So actually I told myself I wasn't going to talk about it, and here, what's the first thing I'm talking about is this stupidity. But that's my 2 cents. But it is relevant to a couple of things. First of all, this is going to go out to my email list. It's going to go out to a couple of my trading groups that I'm in, the 2-minute traders. It'll go also to a couple of the new groups that I'm in, off the charts, etc., as well. And I was thinking about the markets. And I was thinking about, one of my friends was saying, I think this virus was on purpose. Here I'm talking about it again, I guess. I think the virus was on purpose so that it could cover up a coming global recession and all this kind of whatnot like that. Blah, blah, blah. And that kind of thing used to terrify me because in direct sales, or a lot of times I market high ticket stuff, people didn't have money. So they don't have money to pay you. You don't make money yourself, and it just, is bad. I was very envious in the last recession of a guy that I met he literally said, the recession didn't impact us even in the least. He had a business that was probably making about $1 million a year. It was offline. It had to do with highway construction or some stuff like that. He goes, literally my family didn't even know there was a recession, except for you could buy everything up on the cheap. So if there is one, and there probably is one, because these things are very cyclic, they happen. I have always been looking, and this is why I like trading, I have always been looking for something that was going to be a non-impact, and then economy up, economy down, it was going to be a complete and total non-impact. That wasn't going to matter whether it was a recession or not. So as I post this, like I said, the stock market I just saw was down 3,000 points. It went down 2,000 points today, I guess because oil looks like it'll be a little bit lower, and because China is probably not going to make as much stuff, and blah, 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 blah. But the Forex market, which is what I'm talking about, is still $8 trillion, almost $8 trillion per day. And I remember looking at the markets back when I first traded, because this is like the 5th or 6th time I've looked to trade, and I'll tell you something quickly about that. But I was looking at the markets around September the 11th. I mean, one of the biggest, it was a world-changing day, September the 11th, and you literally could not even tell the difference looking at the dollar and the euro. That's how much money there's going through. Like, you couldn't even look at a chart for 5 or 6 years and pick out, September the 11th. So the market going up, going down, economy, oil, it's going to be really, really, really irrelevant. And in terms of trading for 2 minutes, it's actually not 2 minutes. It's going to be more like 3 or 4 minutes if you're in my 2-minute trader group. But you'll get a notification on your phone. You will know that it's time to take a look at your charts on your phone. And then you'll spend probably 3 to 4 minutes, maybe it's 5. You could be in the store, at the grocery store, waiting for the clerk in front of you, and you could draw a couple lines on the chart. The rules are so simple. There's only really like 2 rules. You could teach your 10-year-old to do it. There's not brain scientists that are doing this. They're just normal people that are killing it with this. And within 3 or 4 minutes, you determine whether or not you're going to get in a trade. And if you do, and you don't set a take profit, that is to get you out automatically, then you would kind of look at your phone every minute or two or something like that, every 2-3 minutes, as you're going about your daily business. And probably after about 15 minutes, it could be longer because there's more, but probably after about 15 minutes or so, you would exit your trade. And I can't tell you the trading results, but I will tell you that using this process, using this software that my very, very, very good friend developed, and this simple process that my other friend kind of put together with this, she added one more little rule. I could tell you that I don't even know what I can actually say. I'll just say, from everything I have seen since I first started trading Forex, every result I've ever heard of how effective people are and what their win rates are and things like that, stuff that was like, wow, that's really good, that's really legit, wow, they're a great trader, something of that nature. I won't give percentages because you can see the percentages yourself in the private group I'll refer you to. But I will tell you, it doesn't just exceed every rate that I've ever heard or anything like that. And this person, by the way, doesn't even claim their own rate, at least not publicly. But it's the truth. You can see her trades. It shatters any. I said to her, you realize you're probably in the top 1% of the top 1% of all traders, and her partner too, as well. I won't mention anybody by name here, but and this is really, really good friend. This is all straight up on the legit. So here's the salient points of it. It's not going to matter about a virus. It's not going to matter about a recession. It's not going to matter about the price of oil. There's going to be little to no exposure in the market. At least there's one of the ways that I'm going to trade, which is a scalping method. This 15-minute method. It's going to take you a couple of minutes to manage. There's going to be virtually no learning curve. It'll take you probably a couple of hours, if even that, to digest the simple rules, and maybe a couple hours to set up, but probably not even that. And a 10-year-old can do it. I just have been telling people, whatever you think that you couldn't afford or you couldn't do or you were concerned about, how you're going to pay your house off, retire, put your kids through college, normal stuff like that. This isn't a loophole, a hack. It's not even dependent on a particular company, although you will join a company that my programming friend licensed this to. That's the only way to get access. I could get access to it for free, but I'm going to pay for it myself, by the way. And I'm going to refer people, because why wouldn't I? It doesn't impact me in the least to tell you about it. You can make as much as you want, and it has zero impact on me. So there's virtually no learning curve. You're not going to have to sit at your computer. You're not going to have to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning Pacific and try to trade the New York Open for 4 hours like I was doing all of the time. You're not going to have to do that at all. Literally, it should be about maybe it's 2.5, 3 hours possibly during the week. Might be a little more even, but it's going to happen when you're just out bumping around doing your regular day. You'll get little notifications that, here and there, maybe 10 of them, 15 of them, 20 of them perhaps, that, hey, there could be a trade that is setting up. And this is dependent on the fundamentals of the market, the fundamentals, which means it's not going to change. It's like gravity. And so anyhow, regardless of economy up, down, whatever it might happen, the Forex market is always going to stay intact. And the metrics that this uses to determine whether you should get in or out of a trade, they're not going to change. So it will be something that we can do forever. Like as in forever. So whatever else that you're doing, I'm doing a couple of other things. I'm involved in a gaming company. I've been waiting forever for it to open. They're supposed to open next week. Hopefully it does. If not, I don't really care. I think everything's a blessing. I'm really glad it's delayed, because I probably wouldn't have looked all of this at this trading mechanism, or I would have backburnered it like I usually do. So anyhow, that's kind of about it. You're going to go, all that you need to do is call me, text text me 425-241-7241, 425-241-7241. And then appropriately, I won't leave a link in here or anything because I don't know where all this is going to go. There'll be a link in the email, or there'll be a link in the body of this comment, so I can use this video a couple of times in a couple of places. But a 10-year-old could do it. Very non-time intensive. It doesn't take any time to learn it at all. It doesn't matter for the market conditions. And the win rate is so astronomical, I can't even tell you what it is. I'm pretty excited about it. So that's what I got for you. Go to the link now, contact me back, text me back, whatever, unless you're already connected with somebody else, and then don't, of course, text me. I guess I did give out information. So that's it. See you later.